Let me share my screen. I should be able to see my screen now. Okay. All right. Yesterday we have created two Azure services. One is Log Analytics Workspace. The other one is Application Insights. So Log Analytics Workspace is a centralized kind of storage for storing all the types of logs. Okay, it's a kind of database which stores logs of various Azure services. Now, application is insights is a front end kind of service which displays some insights. Insights means reports, which displays a lot of reports related to applications, especially web applications. Okay, so let's learn more about application insights today. We just created it, so now let me show you of how it works. So as you can see here, this is application insights resource in Azure. Now, how does this work, right? So basically, when you want to leverage application insights, you can integrate it with front end web applications. We all know Gmail, Facebook, right? These are websites. So these websites can push the data. That data is called as telemetry data. Okay, so here you see AI. AI means it's not artificial intelligence, it's AI means application insights. So there will be a small utility installed in these front end web apps, backend APIs, background jobs. Okay, so wherever we write code, when I say we, not we, developers like .NET guys, Java, front end, Angular, these guys can use some small utilities, right? These are called as instrumentation packages, right? That is nothing but code and package, some third party packages. So of course those third party packages are also written by Microsoft. So whatever is in blue color, that is code developed by our developers who uses these small utility packages which take care of pushing the telemetry data to application insights. Okay. Now that telemetry data will be saved in Log Analytics workspace. This only displays reports. Okay. So now telemetry data. What is telemetry data? So telemetry data means the application performance. Right. We may have hundreds of pages in a website. How each page is performing. How many seconds it is taking to render. That's one. Second thing is errors or exceptions that are happening within the applications. There might be an error while calling SQL. For example, timeout error, column not found error, store procedure not found error, right? All these kind of errors are automatically captured by this small utility, and that log is pushed into application insights. Okay. And because this application insights is linked with Log Analytics workspace, so all the logs are automatically pushed into Log Analytics workspace. Okay, and using this app insights, we can do all this stuff. We can create alerts. We can also view these reports in Power BI and rest of the things. You don't need this because this is more for developers. And finally, you can also do an export. Yesterday we have seen this, right? We have exported it to Log Analytics workspace. We can also export it to other third party applications, or we can even export to storage account as well. Okay, this is how application insights work with applications as well as other features including analytics workspace. Okay. So do you guys understand how application insights work? If not, please let me know. Okay. So now these links that you see here, right? So most of them will be done by developers. Now you might ask me what should we do in linking this, right? So one important thing that we should take care is, obviously, we need to create application insights and log analytics workspace and link both of them. That is already done. Now other important thing that we should take care is, let me show you that now. So when we create this application insights, a unique identifier will also be created for every application insights resource. Okay, that is called as instrumentation key. So yesterday we have created, where is the research group? Yeah, this one. Yeah, yesterday we created this, right? So this application insights can be linked with our app service. So now how do we link these two? So this must be linked with log analytics workspace as well. Okay, first, that's the first point. We linked it, right? So now the next step is we need to link it with web application as well. So how do we link it? Go to app insights. Here you will find out a key. It is called as instrumentation key. So this key must be given as input to web application as a configuration item. And we already discussed about configuration items, right? They are part of configuration blade. And within configuration, we have application settings. And within application settings, we have application settings and connection strings. So one of these items must be the instrumentation key. Okay. So now we know the value, we know the instrumentation key value, right? So that can be copied from app insights from here, correct? I'm just showing you manually, but we'll do it automatically using bicep. So that's the value here. But what about name, right? When you are creating app insights, sorry, when you are creating application settings, we need name and value. So we copied the value from application insight resource instrumentation key. And what about the name? That name is predefined. It will always be same. Okay, I'm just typing it in caps. That's a good practice in general. I think you can do it in caps, smaller case as well. Application. I'm sorry, guys. I also forgot. Um, this is instrumentation key, right? App insights. Yeah, app insights. Yeah, I was able to call app insight. App insight. App insight underscore instrumentation key. So this is the key that we should use. This is predefined, but just to be safe, let me double check. Oops. Yeah, app insight underscore instrumentation key is the correct name of the key. So now the code deployed in this web app will automatically detect the value based on the name because it is all Azure, right? So automatically it gets this instrumentation key. Okay, then it understands that okay, this is what is linked. So automatically web application will start pushing data to application insight. And application insight will store the data in log analytics workspace that is linked here. So once it starts pushing data, then it will start displaying all these charts and reports. Okay. Unfortunately, I cannot show you this because code must be written either in .NET or Java or Angular. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to explain all this and I will show you some screenshots. Okay. The first and interesting one is live metrics. So let's say we all are developers, right? Who are reps. I mean, we all are part of a team who has developed a nice website. Okay. And we just went live. Now, you may be interested in understanding how many people are visiting our website. Currently, how many people have requested our website? That's very interesting detail, right? So there are different tools that can help us in getting that information, but one simple tool within App Insight is live metrics. So right now, this is an image. It is not working. So because the code that I was talking, right, developers must write the code and deploy that to web application. Then only it will work. Otherwise, you see, it looks like this. This is live metrics we are getting. Nothing is there, so it's showing an image. So this is how it will show us the number of requests. Oops, that are coming here. So last 1 minute, it shows data about last 1 minute. So how much time each request was processed, how many failed requests here, and how many outgoing calls in case our application is making outgoing calls. All those are shown here. And in case if it is talking to database, all that is shown here. And health of the server, CPU percentage, all that. Okay. So I'll show you some data. I have written some blocks long back. It will just show me my blog. So if at all you are interested in writing code or if you have .NET knowledge, this is how .NET, I was talking about, writing some .NET code, right? So this is what I was talking about. So there are multiple steps basically. It's a web related .NET project. Okay. That must be created. And
So you don't have for Python?
yeah, it will work with Python, Java, any language. Angular, front end app,
And
both.
I was asking that you don't have for Python, like you don't have this one for Python or only .NET.
No, that's what I'm saying. It has for Python, it has for Java, .NET, everything. The question that you're asking is, can we use this in Python application, right? That's what you're asking.
No, sir, I was asking if you have for Python also. If you have for Python.
What? What do I have for Python?
No, like do you have any sample code also for Python
Oh,
or just for
sample code
.NET?
for Python. No, no, I don't have a sample code for Python. Okay. Even I don't have this code. It was long back. I don't even remember when did I post this. Yeah, 4 years back. Okay. All right. So let's move on. So couple of things, guys. One thing is I was talking about instrumentation package, right? So this is the instrumentation package that I was talking about. It was developed by Microsoft, and that 4 years back itself 31 million downloads happened. So so every technology, this package must be installed in that particular application. Developers need not write a lot of code. All the code is written by this package. Okay. And we just need to specify what level of information must be logged, and then just one line of code must be added by developers, and that's it. You don't have to worry about all this. You are not going to do all this. Developers will just write the code and they will start logging the information like this. Whenever there is an error, they should push the message like this. These are custom messages. If you remember, I mentioned telemetry data, right? That telemetry data will be automatically pushed because of this one line. But apart from the telemetry, if at all you want to push your own custom messages for your tracking, right, then you can also push them. Otherwise, these are not mandatory. Okay. And once you have it, yeah, instrumentation key must be linked. This is what I was showing. And finally, you see the custom messages are shown here in search, okay, to test whether it is working or not. Okay. And this is one. Then there are other things. Maybe I will just, there are multiple articles, app insights. How do I go there? Okay, I think they have separate menu. I have separate menu here. Oh no. So live metrics. Okay, yeah, this is the one. Analyze live traffic. So by default, it just shows the demo because nothing was written initially. Slowly, once the code is all written, you see, I simulated traffic using some tools. As you can see here, 100 requests per second, and there were errors. All of them were errors because I intentionally created a bug, and everything got failed. Same, you see, same chart. That means everything is a error. Everything is an error, and outgoing calls were also there. And because I simulated some load, multiple servers got created. Okay. So remember we discussed about scale out for our web application. So here in this scenario, I simulated some traffic. Because of the traffic, the scale out got kicked off, and App Insight can track because our code is sitting in all the servers. So all the data is pushed from all the servers to App Insights. So App Insights understand, okay, I am getting data from multiple servers. So this is the place where application insights can also show us how many servers have been created. Okay. And live sample telemetry data is shown executing some function, and more information here. You can also have custom message which shows us like this. And overall, this is the picture. This is the live metric real picture. And we can once you, so this is live data, and here server information. When you click on particular server, a filter is created. Only the information about that server is displayed like this. Okay. So application insights is very, very helpful for developers because it helps them in troubleshooting all the issues. And it will also tell us all performance metrics. So this is only for web applications. Now, in case if you have any other type of application which is not web, let's say you're writing some Python code anywhere, data side, or it's a standalone application, anything. So there you have to write the code on your own. If you remember, I showed you some custom code, right? So you have to instrument the package yourself and write custom code, and then start pushing that data to application insights. So that's how you can push data from your non-web applications, and you can view that data here in application insights. That's also possible. Okay. So that's about live metrics. Then all your custom data and default data can be searched here. You can search here. So it is not showing any data because our we did not link our app insights with web applications yet. Okay. So we'll do that, but otherwise it will show us all the information. Okay, we'll come back to this. So we discussed about this, we discussed about this, but these application map. Okay, I'll come back to this. Smart detection, this is automatic We don't have to do anything. By default, there are some, I think, 8 or 10 different rules that are automatically created. They are in preview, many of them are preview. So these smart detection settings, internally Microsoft have some AI, artificial intelligence. Based on that, it will automatically alert us. We don't have to do anything here. Slow page load time or degradation in server response time. So if, let's say, initially the page was working fine, the website is rendering very fast, hardly 2 seconds, 3 seconds. But now there is a recent release that happened. Because of that, 2 seconds became 10 seconds. The page is rendering in 10 seconds. That's a degradation in server response time, right? So, so automatically this will detect, and it will send an email, hey, saying that administrator, hey, we noticed that there is a degradation in your response time for these pages. So this is all automatic. So in smart detection, we don't have to do anything. Okay. Failures. If there are any errors, it will show us failures. How many failures happened in this URL? What are those errors? What are the top exceptions? Top three exceptions. Top three error codes. Okay. All those are shown in failures. And here performance. Say these two are very same. This shows us all failures. This shows us performance of all various pages. Okay. So now these two are individual pages. Now in a given website, you may have many pages, right? Home page, login page, home page, dashboards, right? These are all various URLs. Page is nothing but in a different URL. So these failures and performance are at individual pages. Okay. Um, so now this application map is a top level. Okay. This is very nice for architects. Okay. These are very nice for developers. Now here you will not see any data. So I'm going to show you in official websites. It's a very nice tool that helps us in analyzing the traffic performance errors. So Azure application insights, application map. Go to images. So I'll choose one of the images. You see, this is, they're very nice. We don't have to do anything. This is all automatic. So I'll open one of them. So you see, uh, this is a website. It is getting requests from this 517 requests, and it was taking 8.3 seconds to respond. And this website is making calls to storage account, a SQL server, and another storage account or queues. Here it is block, it is queues here. So this is making calls to all of these guys, and some of them are failed. 25% are failed out of 1.5 calls. There will be filter somewhere here. We can filter by hour, day, last one day, 30 minutes, 1 week, 30 days, right? During that period, how many requests the web application is making to various other components. It will automatically track and it will give us report like this. And we can of course drill down here. You see top failing requests by name. So service ticket slash details. This one is failing. It failed for 600 times. And these are slowest requests. Service ticket slash create is taking a lot of time. Of course, MS means milliseconds. It is less, but out of all the pages, this is the most uh, slowest one. And you can click on this to drill down further to understand within create why it's taking time to respond in create, because create might be talking to database and other things, right? So this page shows overall how many overall requests, how many failed, what is the response, average response time. An entire application level is shown here. But when you click on this individual items, it will go back to this one, right? Failing. This one will go to failures here, because we don't have anything. It will not show any data. And clicking on this, right? Drilling down these requests will take us to performance pages. Both are same almost. It will show us same data, similar data. Okay. So now let me show you the failures like this. Okay. So I'm closing this application sites. End-to-end transaction. This is very nice tool for developers. So maybe I will pick a simple one. Maybe I'll open this. Sorry. This is very nice, as I said, for developers. No, it's not shown here. I think Microsoft guys have moved it. Okay. Ah, yeah, it is here. It is hidden in the tab. So now you see, now how do we come here? It is a drill down of the previous one, right? If you remember, I showed you performance and failures, right? Here, currently we don't have any data. If at all we have data in failures, then click on this. That will take us to this page. So this is complete information about one single request. You see, login page. Somebody requested a website and it took to login page, and login page made call to all of these internally. And here you see it shows us the performance. What is the state return code? 200 means success, and how much time each of the item took, and where is the failure. Okay, so somewhere there is a failure, right? Click, the guy clicked on this, and in the right hand side that message is displayed. So where is the exact error? Server successful request is false means there is an error in this request, and it is showing the code which is causing an error. Okay, so these are all various reports that you guys should be using in order to troubleshoot any issue in real world. So basically what happens is, if you guys are platform engineers, definitely developers will be working with you guys, and developers will not know all this. Their focus will be more on developing the code. So they would say, hey, everything is working in my machine, it's not working in production. Correct? So they will not even know that, okay, there is something called the application inside. You should go there, all this, right? So they will definitely come to you. I have seen many teams who always reach out to Azure people. And this is how you can tell them these are the places where you can troubleshoot to find out the exact problem. Okay, all right. Some other screenshots. Search. So search means this one. Transaction search. Currently it is empty for us, right? So search. You see, it shows all the requests like this. Whether it is an exception or a simple trace. Simple trace means whether it is a request is received or not. If there is any error, it will show us input string was not in correct format. So it will tell us complete information. When you click on this, it takes us to the end-to-end transaction page that I just showed you. Okay. All right. That's about various charts and reports which are helpful for developers in application insights. Okay. So now let's now check on integrating app insights instrumentation key automatical into web application, right? So now this app insight module should return an output. Okay, so this one here, it should output Oh, I key instrumentation key. People use this as shortcut. I key, which is a string, equal to app inside component dot properties dot instrumentation key. That's it. And this must be passed as input to web application, app service, web app. So we need to add an item to this, or where is this coming from? Main dot web app. Okay, this is web app. Okay, it's an array. Main dot bicep param. Yeah. So we are already using an array. So we need to add one more item to an existing. Okay, app service. I think we need to write a for loop now. Can you guys take this as an assignment? I can help you if you are facing any error. So there is an error. There is an array which is already being used here to site under site config app settings. Now on top of this, we need to add an item, additional item. There are multiple ways. One way is we can create a new child resource, app settings like this. Search for sites, under sites config app settings. You see this one. So here we need to say web. This is hard coded name because these are web related things. Right? There is an error, but once you set a parent, it should go away. You see that error is gone. So why is this an error? Okay. Yeah. First thing is config must be set, and then app setting must be set. Okay. So resource config sites slash config. Oops. Sorry. So something like this must be configured. And there's a warning. Okay, this is says maybe I will check these guys. So whenever we have this, we want to add additional settings on top of what we have. Okay. So maybe I will check this. I think we tried this earlier. Yeah, I will check this. I did not check it. So but we definitely need to add app settings underscore instrumentation key. Then only I mean, that is how we integrate an app service with app insights. Okay. And we just discussed about all the various features. So now the next thing is we also need to, yeah. So these are application insights. But what about the rest of the other services? For example, let's say, yeah, yesterday we discussed about logging diagnostic settings of database. That's another thing that we can do for pushing. Web application can push data because developers will have control to write code. But SQL is not like that. So that's why diagnostic settings are enabled. Similarly, for Key Vault, Diagnostic settings are also there for Key Vault. You can also write the same code for Key Vault, and you can start pushing all the data, audit data and metrics data. This can be pushed Key Vault underscore diag to our log analytics workspace. So in production, it is recommended to have this setting enabled to all Azure services, because we don't know, right? Organizations need auditing. So definitely it's a good practice to enable diagnostic settings to all different types of services, whether it is Key Vault or it is storage account or any other Azure resource. Where is storage account? Yeah, these are two storage accounts, right? Data lake and normal storage account. So diagnostic setting is a common thing that will push data about everything that's happening inside the storage account. It pushes to log analytics workspace. So because it is storage account, it has four different services. We have to log them separately. Okay. All transactions. So we have to do this four different times. So yeah, that's about log analytics workspace. Uh, Now let's go back to App Insight. There is one more nice feature which I forgot to explain you. Yeah. So now,
So, 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 so
mhm.
you said we'll do the you check for the how to integrate instrumental key with application inside. You come out with that tomorrow or
Yeah, let's do it tomorrow. You can
okay.
try it,
Thank you.
try that as an assignment, or I will do it tomorrow. Okay. I think I already done that. Somehow, uh, it says existing. I can show you. I can share you one YouTube recording which I did it. But I will show you why what is changed. I will do some quick research and I will let you know tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All right. So one nice feature that many people do not use it. It's availability test. This is very nice feature. So now let's say we all know websites, right? And these websites might go down anytime for any valid reason, right? Or silly reason. So this availability test is free of cost that Microsoft Azure provides us, um, which helps us in checking the availability of a given website. Now, only there are many tools that we have used in our projects that our client purchased for getting this feature, right? So what is this feature? So availability of a website. This is an old way of working. Maybe they might remove it, and the new way of working. So obviously we will use this. Okay. So let me click on this. Before that, what is our website URL? Yeah, this is our website. But here I will just add that setting manually, though it is not required, but still I will add it. App insights underscore instrumentation key. It should be exactly same, guys. Okay, app insight underscore instrumentation key, and I will go here and I will copy this, paste it, save it. All right, let's go now to availability test standard. It has multiple things, so let's discuss about them. So now provide a test. um, monitor web app, our web app. Provide some name. So it is asking what is the URL of this web app. So our URL is overview. This is our URL. Okay, copy it. Double check whether it is working or not. Yes, it is working, right? Of course, a simple HTML page, but it is working. So now just copy paste this URL. It says URL should begin with HTTPS. Guys, any background noise? Too much? Up. I'm back. Yeah, HTTPS, right? HTTPS. Okay. Now it's gone. So now this website will be pinged by the standard test. Okay. How frequently? Every 5 minutes or 10 minutes. It's up to us. Maximum we can set is 15 minutes. So what we can do is once we click on create, this is going to ping, do a ping test to our website once every 5 minutes. In case if there is any problem in our website, then it understands that there is a problem and it will alert us. It will send us an email saying that hey, this your website went down. Okay, that's what this availability test is going to do. Now I'll tell you a scenario. So we were working for one Japanese client. The client was from Japan. Obviously, we are from India. Now, our project manager was sitting in Singapore, so all three different locations, right? Now, there was huge load on the. There was huge traffic. So basically, it was a front end public facing website. Um, so our client's marketing team used to send millions of emails. Let's say 1 million email. So obviously, no, all of the users will not click on the email, right? The email used to have a link to the website. So even if you take at least 1% of the users click, right, it will be in hundreds or thousands, right? So all of them used to click, all of those 1% users used to click, and there used to be error from their end. And obviously, users will report, right? But we from India, we were able to access the website. Our manager, our architect, our manager, who is sitting onshore guy, was sitting in Singapore. That guy is also able to browse, but uh, only people from Japan were not able to access. That can also happen because each country will have different cache servers. Okay, the way internet works is sometimes even Google it might work in India but not in the US or the other way around, right? Because the servers are different in different countries. So now this ping test, if it says it is not working from some country, it might work in other country. We don't know. So one very nice thing that it gives is it also lets us configure test locations. Where do you want me to test? That's what it's asking here. Okay, it allows us, I think, 15 places. Maybe it might have changed. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16 places. Yeah, it's not 15, it's 16. Yeah. So what we can do is we can configure up to 16 different countries, and Microsoft Azure will take care of testing it from all these countries. Of course, we don't have to test it from all different places unless the application is a global one. If your customer is only in the US, you don't have to test it from Europe. Obviously, we'll not have customers from Europe. Okay, so that's a very nice thing and it's free of cost. So if we don't have this, then we have to create servers in this location and then we have to do a ping test. Basically this will just do a ping test. Okay, so test locations and and yeah. So now it will automatically understand that let's say we have selected 5 here, and after creating only one server from one location it failed, but rest of the four it passed. Then it's intelligent. It won't treat that as a failure because four other places it was successful, right? But what if only one place, one look from one location it failed? Sorry, one location it passed. From the rest of other four it failed. Then it will say that it is failed. Okay, that's what these locations and frequencies are. The other thing is, this is a nice feature, SSL certificate validity. This is not available in classic test. Basically, they have added this certificate thing and gave it as a standard test. So we can also specify HTTPS certificate might expire, right? How do we check that? In any URL, click on this icon, connection is secure. Click on this. Um, Different browsers have different type. So when is this getting expired? 2025. So this one is from Microsoft Corporation. Okay. So it has an expiry time of 2025. Just recently they renewed it, March 13th this month, this year. So what this does, sometimes many, I mean, for any organization, small organizations, people, there might be one or two people who will be managing the certificates, right? Definitely they have seen people missing renewals, but this one gives alerts prior to check, right? 7 days before it starts giving alert. We can configure whatever you want. If you want to start receiving alerts 30 days before the expiry date, it will tell us, basically via email, it will tell us, hey, it is going to get expired. Your certificate is going to get expired in 30 days. That's also there. Okay. So, and if you want to add some headers, you can do this. These are all web specific things. We don't need to discuss all this. And what is the success criteria? 200. Obviously, any request, if it is successful, then the status code is 200, and it will send us alerts. So let's create one. Yeah, it is created. It will be shown here. Obviously, it did not do anything yet. So now I can also create alerts. That's number one. Second point is, because we have configured file location, file requests will come to our website now. We just need to wait for 5 minutes and it will start making request. Maybe it might have started, we don't know. So every 5 minutes, have file locations were selected. Yeah. So now let's go back here. I'm not sure if we can see live metrics. Live metrics is not shown. Because we not write code, we may not get much data, but I'm expecting, because this is Windows based application. If it is Windows, at least it will give us some information. If it is Linux, it won't give us much information. Yeah, it is Windows, right? So Windows may give some information about those traces. Now availability test is making some request to our website, right? So our website might start pushing data to App Insights. Some availability test. We should see some number here. And moreover, This happens, there will be a delay. If our application is pushing data and the data will not be shown here immediately. Only one place where the data is shown immediately is live metrics. Rest of the other places, it will be there will be delay of some seconds to 5 minutes or 2 minutes or 5 minutes. Definitely there will be delay. Okay. So my plan was to stop the website temporarily because availability test will capture that as a failure. I'm sure it might have made some ping tests already, and now I'm stopping it, and availability test will complain about that. And of course, I did not create alerts. If at all you want to create alerts, that can also be done. Open alerts page, and then you can create alerts. I think it's already there created and it's enabled. Yeah, it is there. So you see, two. Whenever the average field location is greater than or equal to 2, then it will throw an error. Okay. So I did not specify my name here, so I would not receive any error. So if at all I have to receive error, we need to create an action group. I think I already have one. So yeah, no, this is push. Oh yeah, email, right? Yeah, email. Yeah, this is my email address. So now because we have stopped, alert should get triggered, and here also it shows reports. You just need to wait for a few minutes. Okay. Maybe tomorrow we should see good data. I will show you the data tomorrow. But let me also check my emails. So far, I have not received any email. Yeah. So that's about App Insights, guys. Any questions? So can we use this App Insights for applications hosted in Amazon Web Services? Any guesses, guys? Do you think this can be used outside Azure?
Sorry, Amazon Web Service might have its own different listing, right? Maybe this is only specific to Azure, if I'm not mistaken.
No. Available application insights can be used in applications anywhere, whether it is in on-prem or just your local machine or Amazon Web Services or GCP, anywhere, anybody can use this application insights. So that application must know how to interact with internet. That's it. Anybody can use this. It's just not the app hosted in Azure. It can be used anywhere across because all it needs is instrumentation key, right? So it will start pushing data based on the instrumentation key. But those packages, right? Instrumentation packages must be installed in those web applications or Angular. It can be even background job. It can be a simple background job, but that instrumentation package must be installed and instrumentation key must be given as input. Okay, so the application should know how to connect to internet and push data. So nowadays all type of technologies know how to connect to internet, right? So obviously every other website can push, every other type of application can push data. That's absolutely possible. It's not
So
specific.
I have
Mhm.
okay, go ahead. I have a quick question, sir.
Yeah, please.
I know, like, so have you ever worked like in a situation where the services are running on AWS and then deployment is happening in Azure DevOps?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. We will talk about DevOps later. But yeah, the question is, I'll rephrase the question. Can we use Azure DevOps to deploy the code into AWS.
Yeah, like they said, most, yeah, maybe something like that, or the other way around. Your applications are in AWS and their deployment is happening in Azure,
No, no, applications deployment is happening in Azure or from Azure DevOps.
maybe from Azure DevOps.
Haha, yeah, that's what I said, right? You can use Azure
Mm-hmm,
DevOps as a build and CI/CD tool, okay?
mm-hmm.
And deployment should happen into AWS. Yeah, that's possible.
I don't know, it's something that we can just to see because I know people talk about it, but I've never done it before, like
Yeah,
to see
even,
how.
even I have never done that, and it's
Okay.
yeah. Even if you ask me to set up, I will not be able to do it because you need to have an AWS account. All those linking must.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely, that's possible. I'll show you the connection points, where to do, how to do all that. The process is same,
Okay.
and we'll learn DevOps CI/CD pipelines soon. Okay, so the process for doing it for Amazon Web Services is also same. Only one or two steps will be different because the connection strings, right, to connect to AWS must be configured. The rest of is all technology, right? Let's say you want to deploy Java based application to AWS. The process of creating a package of Java application is same whether you are deploying it to AWS or GCP or IBM, anywhere the process is same. You have to get the source code, Java source code, convert that into package, and then push it. Now, how do you push it? If you have connections to different environments, this is called a service connection in Azure DevOps terminology. So that service connection is important. Here we will learn how to create service connection to Azure, but for Amazon, we have to create different service connection. I will show you how, where to do that, where to see that. Okay,
Okay, so thank you.
sure. So is this working? Or it is working for sure. Yeah. If you see disable means it is enabled currently. Let's see if see any traffic here. No requests. Transaction search. No. Maybe let's give it some time. Maybe we'll check this tomorrow. Okay. Hello guys, that's it for today, and we will also start working on new services tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, so thank you.
Thank you guys. Bye bye.